God had put the man in the Garden of Eden to work it and take care of it. And the Lord God commanded the man, then the Lord said, now the Lord God had brought all the animals to the man to see what he would name them. And whatever the man called each living creature, that was its name. But for Adam, no suitable helper was found. So the Lord God made the man to fall into a deep sleep. And while he was sleeping, he took one of the man's ribs and closed up the place with flesh. Then the Lord God made a woman from the rib he had taken out of the man, and he brought her to the man. The man said, this is now bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, for she was taken out of man. For this reason, a man will leave his father and mother and be united with his wife, and they will become one flesh. The man and his wife were both naked, and they felt no shame. Now the serpent was more crafty than any of the wild animals the Lord God had made. He said to the woman, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? The woman said to the serpent, we may eat fruit from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat the fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it, or you will die. The serpent said, you will not surely die, for God knows that when you eat of it, your eyes will be opened, and you will be like God, knowing good and evil. When the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye, and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some of it and ate. She also gave some to her husband, and he ate it. Then the eyes of both of them were opened, and they realized they were naked. So they sewed fig leaves coverings for themselves. Then the man and his wife heard the sound of the Lord and hid among the trees in the garden. But the Lord called to the man. Where are you? He answered, I heard you in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, so I hid. And God said, he answered, the woman you put here with me, she gave me some fruit from the tree, and I ate it. Then the Lord said to the woman, what have you done? That serpent deceived me, and I ate it. So the Lord said to the serpent, God said to the woman, I will greatly increase your pains in childbearing. With pain you will give birth to children. Your desire will be for your husband, and he will rule over you. Then God said to Adam, because you listened to your wife and ate from the tree about which I commanded you, you must not eat of it. Cursed is the ground because of you. All the days of your life it will produce thorns and thistles for you, and by the sweat of your marrow you will eat your food until you return to the ground. Adam named his wife Eve. God made garments of skin for Adam and his wife. Because Adam and Eve have sinned, they cannot live here forever. So God banished them out of the Garden of Eden. God placed a cherubim and a flaming sword flashing back and forth to guard the way to the Garden of Eden. Adam and his wife Eve were blessed with a son, and they named him Cain. Later, God gave them another son, Abel. Cain worked in the land, growing plants and food. Abel took care of the sheep and animals. One day, both brothers brought gifts to offer to the Lord. Cain brought some of what he had grown, and Abel brought the best parts of his first and healthiest sheep. The Lord was pleased with Abel's gift, but not with Cain's. Cain became upset and angry. Then the Lord said to him, Later, Cain spoke to Abel and invited him out to the field. Hey, what are we doing here? Hurt his brother, and Abel's life ended. The Lord asked Cain. Cain answered, I don't know. Am I the one who must watch over my brother? The Lord said, This punishment is too heavy for me. Anyone who meets me might try to harm me. But the Lord said, Then the Lord placed a special mark on Cain so that no one would attack him. And Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in a land called Nod, east of Eden. After Cain left the presence of God, his heart was heavy, but he still longed for a new start. Cain united with his wife and had a son named Enoch. Cain built a city and named it after his son, Enoch, as if to say, maybe my child can have the future I lost. From Cain's descendants came builders, farmers, and artists. Some learned to live in tents and raise animals. Others made music, the sound of the first harp and flute. Others forged tools of iron and bronze. Even after sin entered the world, God's gift of creativity never disappeared. People still built, played, and dreamed, but along with their gifts came pride and pain. A man named Lamech took 2 wives and boasted that he had killed someone who hurt him. Instead of forgiveness, he passed on revenge. Generations after generations, the wound of anger grew deeper. Yet, even in the darkness, God planted hope. Adam and Eve was blessed with another son named Seth. Eve said, God hath granted me another child in place of Abel. Through Seth's descendants, people began to call on the name of the Lord again. They remembered the God who still loved them, who still offered new beginnings after failure. And that's where the story turns from pain to prayer, from pride to peace. Because every family, no matter how broken, can begin again when one person chooses to turn back to God.